Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Let's start with prayers. Can you read after me? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnanajnanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Napitam Yena Bhutale Krishnaya Bhutale Namaste Bhakti-vedanta Namaste Namaste Deve He Krishna Karma Sindhu Dindamando Jagatpate Gopesham Gopisham Namaste Sattakashara Gaunangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visham Sukari Devi Nami Haripriye Vamsakalarogyasya Kripasindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Karoli Vasavam Gangare Devi Yatra Padam Bande Shri Guru Jayam Hare Om. Okay, please can go to this class. Focus on. Since these rows are empty, the chairs can be spread forward if you want. This will be audible, better audible for all of you if you want. Please come forward. So thanks for assembling on time. It is the respect which you give it to Bhagavad Gita. It is the respect which you give it to the Krishna, and it is the respect which you give it to speaker also. Today's topic, in line with Bhagavad Gita, but not exactly Bhagavad Gita. You will understand. By the way, today is the what number of session? Which session is it? Eight session. And how many more sessions? After that, level 2 will start. So it is going to continue. Is it okay? You want or you don't want? I'm not seeing any habits. You have to say Haribol. Right. Thank you. So please register in your mind. Next session is not the last session. That is going to be level 2, where we are going to continue with the higher concepts. Is it okay? So we dedicate this presentation to His Eminence A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Because of him, our life is enlightened. If he would not have been there, right now what will we be doing? We will be going to some mall or watching some dumb movies and having a day. Correct? This is what we do that. Okay? Because of him, they are attending, sitting on a Sunday evening, listening to Bhagavad Gita class. Okay? Now, as usual, we do a small warm-up. Then we will start the discussion. Okay? We discussed 4 needs. Physically, very good. Psychological, emotional, spiritual, very good. We have 2 types of body. Very good. What does the cross body has? What are the 5? That is the earth, water. Good karma, bad karma, which is good. Oh, what you have to do there? Akarma. Now, good karma, bad karma, according to my opinion, according to my understanding, are something else. Based on what we decide what is good karma, what is bad karma. Yes, based on the scriptures. You cannot tell. The drunkard will say drinking is good, doctor will say drinking is bad. So the reference is Shastra. Okay? How to get rid of all my karmas? Chanting. Very nice. Okay. Mind. Okay? M stands for. I stands for. Unified Republic. And never ever present. D. Distraction. Yes? Yes. Let me see. Last time you didn't tell me this solution. Let me see this time you all tell the solution. M stands for. Very good. Makes your intelligence strong. Next. I. Involved in possible engagement. Okay. Yeah. Never trust your mind. Very good. Very nice. Then D. Delete previous samskaras. Extra growth for all of you. Very growth is not there. Right. Okay. We saw 3 modes. Oh, this is clear. We saw 3 modes last week. What are the 3 modes? Goodness, server, passion, ignorance. Okay, very good. So you see the colors: gold, silver, and black. Okay. Now tell me, how do you get into these modes? How do you get these modes? Situations and association. We go to birthday party, we get associated with the mode. When you come here, you get subtotal, right? Yes. So among 3 modes, which mode is the best mode? Sattva, but of course, all 3 modes have one problem. 4 problems. Middle of the night also will tell us 4 problems. What is that? Birth, death, old age, disease. Okay? All 3 modes will give you that. Then what we should do? We should get out of the modes. Okay? So how to get out of the mode? By surrendering and devotional service to Lord Krishna. Then you will get it. Okay? Thank you so much. I'm very happy. See, when we do this discussion only, as I told you last time, first time we are hearing, that is called Shravana. And when you think about it, it is Manana. Then when we speak about it, it is Nididhyasana. When we do Nididhyasana, it is 1 lakh times beneficial than hearing it. Okay? So that's the reason, even though it is tough for you, I can understand we are old age, at least I feel old age. Okay? It is difficult for us to recollect. Still, I do that because you get the benefit of 1 lakh times Nididhyasana. Okay? Now, we are going to see a most amazing topic. In our entire Gita course, two topics are most wonderful. One is mind control, another is this. Anyone who misses these two topics, they are losing the cream of our Gita course. Okay? Yes. So we'll see the glories of Vedic scriptures today and how it was systematically destroyed. Can you repeat after me? Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto matta srigyanamohanam cha vedaishcha sarve ahameva vedyo vedanta krit vedavid eva chaham. Okay,
unscripted in everyone's heart, and from me, from remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness by all the Vedas. And to be known, indeed, I am the completer of Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas.
Yes. Krishna tells in 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I am by all the Vedas, whom should be known? I am should be known. Okay? In fact, I am the one who complete all the Vedas. Okay? And I am the knower of Vedas. So basically, if you see, you may ask, Prabhuji, Vyasadeva only wrote 4 Vedas, no? Like that. But technically, Vyasadeva is also incarnation of Krishna. Okay? He is called literary incarnation of Krishna. Of course, Ganesh only wrote in his dust, we all know the Bhaskara in Mahabharata. So, yes, so this Krishna only compiled all the Vedas. And let's see, since Krishna only compiled the Vedas, he does every information what you want. All the modern scientific requirement, anything you have, everything is there in the Vedas. We will see one by one what is there in our Vedas and why they are so perfect and so very, very wonderful. Okay. Surgery. Okay. In Rig Veda, lot of things are given about surgery. Okay. And there is someone called Shushruta. He has written a book called Shushruta Samhita. Samhita means the song composed by based on this one. And he has written on medicine, plastic surgery, dentistry, gynecology, cataract surgery, 800 BCE in the kingdom of Kashi. 800 BCE, not ACE, BCE in the kingdom of Kashi. And they perform the cataract surgery. Now, if you go to any hospital, if you go to operation theatre, you will have equipments for each of this one. Suppose they will have this knife to cut this part, they will have different knife to cut this part. So every equipment is different. And the number of equipments mentioned in this Shushruta Samhita is more than what modern day allopathy has. Can you imagine? And they perform the cataract surgery during that time. Cataract surgery. This is there in Rig Veda. From the Rig Veda, he has got and he has mentioned this as Shushruta Samhita. Okay? Yes. Ayurveda. So, name itself Veda, Ayurveda. So similarly for military arts, there is something called Nadu Veda. So many Vedas are there, and that these are like appendix, the extra this one. Okay. Now I will tell my experience regarding Ayurveda. Usually, one doctor who studied allopathy. Now he's devotee. He was telling that the understanding Ayurveda has about the human body is much far better than the understanding our modern medicine has. Okay? To give one example, I will give which I experienced. My mother had ulcer. there is a small hole in the pipe, and it was so much severely troubling. So what is the allopathy medicine do is, they give a medicine which will block the acid so that we heal. That is what they do. Now she took for 1 month very sincerely and it was helping her also. But within 1 month, since it is blocking the acid, soon she developed a digestion problem because enough acids are not used. Okay? Then later she couldn't even digest simple rice chapati. Simple rice and simple people. Then he went to the Ayurvedic doctor. She was very good doctor. Looking at her nails, she told me the problems which you are having. Okay? Looking at my nail color, she told me what are the problems I am having, and she was able to identify any of the problems. The medicine which I took, first of all, no side effect, and second of all, that the indigestion problem which is created by allopathy also got solved. Okay? This is how Ayurveda works. They work on the root cause rather than the problem. Okay? Then another thing I'll tell you, if you see this Ayurveda law, they work on the kapha pitta volume. So this should be balanced position. So they work on how to balance that so that we get the perfect balanced body. Okay. Let's come to the mathematics. Okay. In Atharva Veda, this mathematics subject is an appendix. Appendix means you know is an extra unwanted or not so relevant information. Okay, that is what is kept in the mathematics. Okay, in that, yeah, we know Aryabhatta is the one who invented zero, and the value of pi, 22/7 we use no value of pi r squared, pi r we were studying in the 10th standard. That has been found till I think 7th decimal in the 6th century. Okay, going to second decimal itself is a great at that time. Okay, we know the value of pi till 7th decimal at that time. And square root, cube root, so many things we have already there in the appendix of Atharva Veda. Another one, very last. Pascal's triangle. You would have heard, no? Who invented that? Obviously, Pascal only, no? Okay, yes, but that's not the case. There is someone called Balavan in the 6th century. He has invented Pascal's triangle well before it. Okay, and Pythagoras theorem. Adjacent and opposite square is equal to this one, right? So there is a scientist called Baudrillard. He has invented 800 BCE this Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras invented at 570 BCE, almost 200 year gap. 200 years later only Pythagoras invented, but we know this. Similarly, Fibonacci series. Okay, there is almost 52 years of gap. There is a scientist called Hemachandra. Nowadays, now NCLT or the books are much better now. They are mentioning all this information. If you want to see, the reference is there in NCLT book itself. They are giving the Fibonacci series, everything. Hemachandra has found this Fibonacci series in the 1150 BCE, that time itself. Our Indian IQ was so extraordinary. We have extraordinary IQ. People have come from different places and study. Okay, look at this statement from we all know. An equation for me has no meaning unless it expresses thought of God. All our the sages were scientists because since they were meditating on the Krishna, anything they want to understand, they can visualize what is really happening. They can go inside the atom and see what is happening. They can understand easily. That's how it is. That's how they get it down. Okay? This is how they were. Physics. Yes, the most of the things are already there in the Rig Veda. Okay, and the theory of atom, Maharishi Khanna has given the theory of atom, and he has written a book called Darshan Grantha, much centuries before John Dalton, who gave the atom theory. Okay, and gravitational theory, it is already there in the Brahmagupta has invented. So it is called Guru Bhakshara Shakti. Guru Bhakshara Shakti means it is an attraction. Okay, that is the meaning of the gravitational force. So Newton got an apple, fell on his head, then he found it. But it is there in our scriptures. It is mentioned as Guru Bhakshara Shakti. It is the attraction force. Okay, and entire solar system is already there in written in Rig Veda. I am working in ISRO, Now, if I want to, like many people in, like if I want to tell a planet and its orbit and everything, they take a lot of time to observe and then they generally they put it. But it is already defined in our Vedas very, very wonderfully, very clearly. Okay? Now comes the shocking part. I was amazed. We have Viman Shastra. Okay? Our wrong brothers, I mean the right brothers. Okay? When we travel in aeroplane, if I stretch my leg, it will hit the other person. Correct? We cannot stretch the leg itself. In our Vedas, there is a Vimana Shastra. In lot of this is not a picture, it is there this one. And each place they have swimming pool, garden, cities. You cannot have a cramp and go. Okay, this is how it has to be designed. Okay? Since this is designed later by Ram brothers, it is very, very pathetic. Okay, so it is there in the Shastras. So when it comes to yogasana and asanas, lot and lot of things there in the yogasanas, and how much, like, see, we go to gym. Many people like to go to gym. It makes the muscles strong and things like that. But with the yogasana, we get the balance, number one, and long life, number two, even internal organs gets benefited. Now, if you see, some problems, they suggest some yogasana, and your internal body also gets healed by following the proper yogasanas. Okay? This is how we were very, very amazing internet. Okay? And astrology and Vastu Shastra. So the Vastu Shastra is part of Yajurveda. And if you see, it is the most scientific thing. See, where the fire should be kept, where things should be kept wrong. It is very scientifically told in this one. If you follow that, it's a subtle energy, how it goes, it will definitely control properly. Okay? And look at our modern Indian architecture. Okay? I would like to tell you one temple. Okay. So some of the temples and some of the bridges built by our ancient people are even now standing for 1,000 years. But some bridges we are building now, within 6 months they are collapsing. Okay? It is very difficult to travel in the bridge. Okay? I will tell you one example. Maybe that's a bit too much information. When the mosquitoes come in closer. Okay. So there is a temple in Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu, Bragadeshwar temple. The amazing architecture of the temple is the shadow of the temple will not fall outside the temple. People don't, they want to design such a way that people should not step on the shadow of the temple. They design it such a way that even the shadow of the temple should not fall outside the temple. Can you imagine the amazing architecture? And some temples in North India, I don't remember, exactly on a particular day, the sun rays will perfectly hit the feet of the deity, something is there. He knew when sun will arise there. Is it like, then only you can build it, right? Such an amazing architecture. And we have one, what is that, dam there, it's called Kallanai, okay? So in there, Tiruchirappalli. It is so wonderfully built, even now they can control how much water to flow out of the dam. So perfectly designed, even now it is working perfectly. And this Bragadeshwar temple or Kallanai, they need tons and tons of, that each stone is a tons and tons of weight, okay? Now I work in ISRO, we also make 4-ton satellites, 10-ton satellites. So when we use a crane and lift and move it, it takes a lot of time because they should carefully handle it, it should not hit and damage the cars and things like that. During that time, there's no crane. How did they do it? Such an amazing architecture or the technology they had, they could build everything. Okay? What is the great thing about, if you ask any student, we want to go to foreign and study. During that time, Takshashila Nalanda University, people used to come from all over the world and study there. Okay? And they cannot just simply admit you. Oh, I want to come and study, they will not take you. They will also have an entrance exam. Okay? Yes, and what is the entrance exam? There will be there will be a person standing in the front. You should defeat him in the argument. When you defeat only, that means you are a good student, then only you are admitted. Okay? Students will be kept to make them they are eligible to enter. Then they will be allowed inside. Okay? That is how it is. Did you know anyone know what is this place? Yes, Prabhuji. Hampi. Okay. So, do you like? Does anyone know what is happening in this place? It's a marketplace. What are they selling in this market? They're not selling tomato. They are selling golden diamonds. Do you know how do they carry? Simple basket. Basket only they carry golden diamonds. Now if you are carrying a 10 kg, not even 10 kg, 100 grams in your chainism, you have to be very careful. I went for one Air Force show that police was telling, warning us, you are openly wearing a gold chain, please hide it like that. But during that time, people are carrying in basket. Can you imagine how glorious was this one? Yes? And we were the biggest economy at that time with 32.9 GDP. Okay? Now we had so much wealth, so much everything. Rich country, rich in education, rich in culture, rich in everything. We had a complete knowledge. You all agree? Yes? Now, where it is gone? What has really happened? This is what we're going to do it today. Okay? Now, I'll tell you one great thing. Yes? We had the best of education. The Gurukul system was one of the best education. Because the Guru will know what is the inclination of the student and he will train the student according to that. Now, most of us were pushed into either engineering or doctor. If you don't get it, then go to CA or worst case, go to business. Since we are pushed into it, lots and lots of job dissatisfaction. Right? Yes? But those days, what you like is what you are supposed to do. That is how it is. Okay? And look at the lifestyle during that time. People wake up at 4:35 and then they do some spiritual practice like doing mantra meditation and this one. And then they go to the farm, do the farming, come back by 6 p.m., discuss Ramayana, Mahabharata, go to sleep. There is no need of so many doctors needed. Only doctors needed when there is a snake bite or any accident happens. Otherwise, naturally people are really, really healthy. Okay? And number one. Number two, people naturally there is no diverse, dissatisfaction, family issues are there, not there. Because naturally in the family itself there is a counselor available. Any problem, anyhow, male and female have ego. They are forced to combine together to understand that you cannot enjoy this world. That's it. There is no other purpose. Okay? They are forced to combine. So naturally the counselor will be there at home. They will guide them nicely what needs to be done. So because of that, there is no divorce, there is no depression, there is no problem at all. People are really happy. So how did we lose this wealth? So it is systematically started from the first contribution came from the Islamic invaders, Mughals. Okay? You know, Mughals, like if you see their philosophy, I'll tell you later also. I'll tell now itself. Subramanian Swami got a call from a Saudi Arabia student. He is a university student. He was doing some research on what is happening. He called and asked Subramanian Swami, oh, how come India is not becoming Islamic state? So we went to every country. See, those days, the Islam was spread or stuck to only one small country only, Saudi Arabia only. That place, Mecca, Medina, that place only. It was not spread throughout the Saudi Arabia or throughout the Arab countries. They just stuck to that place only. Then, like he asked, every place we went and conquered. So every place we turned into completely Islamic state. So either it's this one. But how come we ruled India for more than 500, 600 years? But how come India did not become an Islamic state? That is what he asked. Okay, so what they do is, wherever they go, they force convert the people. If they don't, this one, they kill. And it is so happened that I read in this one, it is Hollywood here. In front of the mother, the children will be killed if you don't convert. That is how it is. Okay? This is what they did initially. And every time they attack any temple, they loot India. Look at Muhammad Ghazali looted. 7 lakh golden dinars. As on that day it is 18 crore worth. 700 months of gold and silver plates, 200 months of pure gold, 2000 months of silver. Okay? And 20 months of various jewels, including pearls, diamonds, and rubies. Okay? This is what he did till 18 times. Every time he got the similar amount. Within 1 year, he could accumulate so much wealth. Can you understand? This is what this one. And in Mathura also, it is like 50,000 dinar, the rupees worth golden idols. And so another idol also somewhere in weight 400 Rishkar. So when it is melted down, it is a 456 kg of pure gold. This much real worth was there. Okay, one whisker is 4.25 grams, 1 gram is like it is very useful. Similarly, when they looted different the kings went this Aladdin Khilji got 2,400 kilos of gold and 4,000 kilos of silver. Okay, this much worth of amount they looted every time, and whenever they see temple, they destroy. Okay, they were thinking, see, we are trying to convert them and force them. Still, mass of people are not happening. Something these people are something. They are getting some energy source somewhere. So they were thinking, these temples every day people are going to temple. If you destroy the temple, they will not get the energy like that. They were thinking. They didn't know the power is not there in the temple. Power is there in the Vedas. Okay. Okay. Does anyone know what is this place? Better yes. Sri Lanka. Yes. Very good. In 1323, a Muslim invader called Tulak Ulugh Khan had came to invade this place, and he has killed 12,000 people on the spot. 12,000 people, devotees on the spot. How many of you know this fact? Even I didn't know this fact. Even I didn't know this fact until I attended Gita course. But basically, I am from Sri Lanka. Our textbooks, our politicians, our historians completely hide this so that they want what you call secularism nonsense. Okay? Yes? And no Indian knows this fact actually. And in fact, most of the books, no, they glorify Mughals like anything. They brought architecture, culture like that. Nonsense. They did looting only, conversion only. Nothing else they did. Okay? Yes. So they were see, in spite of every effort, they couldn't convert entire India into Islamic state. Okay? They couldn't destroy our Vedic culture. Now comes Britishers. They are the most intelligent people. Okay? We should hear this carefully. Yes? They knew that, see, this Islamic people, they are invading again and again. Nothing is happening. They are not able to rule completely. They are not able to change them completely. That means something else is there. They understood the root is there in their Vedas. That is their root. Let us try to destroy it. Then, when root is removed, nothing will flourish. Okay? So, what did they do? They employed Indolence. What they do is, they study the foreign language and then they give their propaganda according to their understanding. Okay? They study Sanskrit and they give an interpretation to suit their needs. What is their need? They want to destroy the faith in the Vedas. Okay? So these are the Indologists. Alexandra Ruff, he establishes Scottish College in Kolkata, even though it is there. So for campaign against Hinduism. So these people want their name, no? I'll tell all the four people. William Jones is a master in 16 language. His mission is to undermine people's faith in the authorities of Vedas. And Wilson, he inspired British to award several thousand pounds for the best reputation against the Hindu religion. So he wants our people to refute against Hindu, then he will award. Our foolish people also went with that. They gave, oh, this is the reputation against this, like that. Okay? So like that, they made a systematic propaganda that Vedas are like useless. Nothing is there. But just now we saw Veda had surgery, Ayurveda and everything. Yes? But they want to break the confidence of Indian. When the root is removed, everything becomes cancelled. Okay? Max Muller, you all know, he has became scholar. You know one funny fact? These people learn the Vedas, they apply the Vedas themselves very nicely. Okay? And they want to teach Indians that Vedas will not work. Okay? Yes. This person is one of the very famous writer, Lord Macaulay. And don't know whether it is readable. Somebody can read. Any Madhuri can read. Okay, I'll read the rest of it. I have traveled across the length and breadth of India. I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such a wealth I have seen in this country, such a high moral values, people of such caliber that I do not think we would ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. Therefore, I propose that we replace our old and ancient education system and culture. If Indians think that all that is foreign and English is good, greater than their own, they will lose their self-esteem, their native culture, then they will become what we want them, truly dominated nation. Okay? This is the letter he has written on 1835. Okay? Congratulations, he is successful. I'm unfortunate to say they are successful. What is telling, there's no beggar. There are beggars during that time, they are sannyasis. They go to house and they will not even wait for 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes, not like our signal wala beggars. Okay? They beg from temple house and they will ask for some like one fist of rice and they will not go more than 4 houses a day and they will not store for next day also. Upon receiving the begging, they instructed Grihasthas about the value of spiritual life. Because of that, they are begging. Otherwise, they also don't need to beg at all. They will be very happy, self-satisfied. They don't need anything. These are the beggars. No single beggars are there at that time. Okay? And look at this fellow's planning. They have to make the self-esteem down that these people are nothing. Okay? Look at Macaulay. He changed the education system. He said, Indian languages contain neither literary or scientific information. Indians are poor, rude, they should be enriched by our help. Okay? And a single shell of European library is more than all the Indian literatures put together. Look at the statement. Their maximize, the greatest literature they have is, the old literature they have is Iliad and Odyssey. They have 60,000 lines. Okay? Our Mahabharata has 1,25,000 shlokas into 2 lines, which is 2,50,000 lines. But their oldest literature has only 60,000 lines. But this fellow is telling a single shelf of European library is more than all the Indian literature. Okay? All the words of Sanskrit or Vedas is just a fiction or imagination. So all historical texts put together has less knowledge than that of the primary schools of England. I would like to tell you, they were very successful. Whatever they told, we started to believe. Now, what we call Ramayana and Mahabharata in English, technology, this terminology, what term we use? Mythology. What is the meaning of myth? Which is false. Does it really false? Ramayana, Mahabharata. Look at how are we fooled. You are able to understand? We are forced to believe Ramayana, Mahabharata is a mythology. But even now, Ayodhya exists, Sarai river exists, Kurukshetra exists, Ram Setu exists, Lanka exists. Is it really mythology? Look at the program they did. When I said congratulations, they are successful. You can understand now. Is it clear? Yes. And Sanskrit language. I will tell the glories of Sanskrit language. See, English is a so pathetic language. Hardly Max can express son as son only. Son means our daughter or son, son only. See, in Sanskrit, to express the son, there are 6 different objectives for that. One who delivers you from the hell called Pu is called Putra. Okay? Now, we all love the youngest son. If the last son, we also used to love them most. So he is called Atmaja. Similarly, in English, a friendly relation is called friend only. But in Sanskrit, it can be expressed in 6 ways. That is how glorious Sanskrit is. Every expression, every thought process can be expressed properly. Okay? That is how glorious Sanskrit is. So this is what he told. We must educate Indians in English so that we create a class of people who are Indian in blood, color, but English in taste, opinions, morals and intellects. For this class, we will upgrade the dialects of the Western nomenclature. Okay? So they are really, really successful. What they have done, they will see. First, we are just Indians only in complexion. Okay? First thing is, we want to change the color of ourselves itself. We feel black is very, very patterned. We want Aaron lovely. Okay? Now for men also something as the parent handsome, right? Okay? See, in Mahabharata, Draupadi is the most beautiful woman, but she was black. Okay? Our Lord Krishna is black. Okay? He is the most beautiful personality. Okay? So there is nothing to be this one. Okay? Nothing to be shy of our color. Okay? Now, attire. When we go to dhoti kurta, when we ask people to wear dhoti kurta, they feel very shy. That no, it is not traditional and things like that. And people like to wear jeans. Okay? Do you all know why jeans was invented? Any idea? To work in factories, big factories. I have one more is there. Old brush is one thing, still one more thing it is used. Pines. Why? It is very, very, very rough and tough place. In order to work there, we need a stronger clothes. That is the reason jeans is good. But we wear it, and many people put a hole in the jeans and then they tell that it is fashion. And that jeans is more costly than the normal jeans. Okay? Yes. Look at our changing thought process. How much they programmed us to feel that wearing jeans is modern and best. Okay? And when I go with dhoti kurta and some chemicals, distribute goods, no, people feel that I am most contaminated person like that, they are afraid that okay, as if I am asking their PD for permission. Okay, yes, okay, and this is our attitude. And our attitude is everything Western is good. We will come to the festivals. You know what is the famous festival among kids nowadays? Christmas, one more. Ah, Halloween. Do you know what is the meaning of Halloween? So one kid I asked him, what is Halloween? What do you know he told? What he told? He told, Prabhuji, underneath the earth, the demons and ghosts live. Okay? On the Halloween day, they will come out. If you don't wear like ghosts and goblin, they will catch us. So we should be wearing ghost and goblin dresses. Okay? But look at a festival like Diwali and things like that. How amazing Satvik they are. Right? But what is being programmed? Halloween, Halloween, like that. Okay? Even teachers are promoting. I was seeing such a horrible stage now. Okay? And we all celebrate April 1st as what? You should know this fact. Okay? When Fool's Day, how Fool's Day started, and who are the real fools we see now? Okay? See, during those days, there is no calendar or timer like this. Watch, there's no watch, there's no calendar. How do they observe the dates and times? Just the observing the sun and moon. Okay? So the Greeks, they thought initially only there's a 10 months in a year. Okay? 10 months in a year. Now what is our last month? December. Okay? In Sanskrit or the 10th Tithi of our Vedic, is our tradition, what is it called? Dasam. Okay? You are going to see the correlation. December, Dasam. Then what is the previous month? November. What is this month? Navami. October, Ashtami. Okay? September, Saptami. You are going to get it? So like that only it was going on. Now, they understood that after 10 months, the days are shifting like that. Then they want to come back to India. Again, they want to learn what is really mistake. Then they understood, oh, it is not 10 months, it is 12 months. Okay? Then they went back to Greek. And they told the king, it is actually 12 months, it is not 10 months. Now, because of their design, already went to April 1st already. It reached to April. And they want to shift it back to January 1st. Okay? Now, okay, 2 months to be added. I don't know who is king, who is son or daughter. The father told Julius and son is Augustus. I don't know who is son, father. So they put 2 months on their name, Julius and August. Okay, that is how the extra 2 months came. Then it is now April 1st, and he want to shift it to January 1st. So he told, today is not April 1st, today is January 1st. And people started to laugh. Who will accept sudden change? Okay, people started to laugh. Then like he put a rule. If anyone don't accept this, they will be taxed. Like that he put. People said, oh, what is the problem? We'll pay tax. Then it's not working. He thought, okay, anyone who tells today is April 1st, they are fools. Today is a fool's day like that. Okay? And we are celebrating Fool's Day, Fool's Day. We are poor fools. We are the number one fools. Okay? Yes? And look at aspiration of ours. Any kid, if you ask, where they want to go? Foreign. Okay? That is the best place. And you know what kids like in the food? Pizza and burger. You know, who will, in foreign countries, who would they serve pizza and burger? Beggars and poor people. Okay? And recently, or not recently, 1 year back, some party was, not party, the devotee organized a get together in his home, and then devotees, they're coming, and then that host has prepared a pizza. The kids were fighting like anything. As the crowd has been cleared. Okay? That is how we got attracted to pizza. You know, where the most, this one, like I saw in one video, one day like all the beggars from 1,000 like 1,000 people like that he wants to feed. So he went to McDonald's and ordered 1,000 pizzas. That is the most cheapest food so that he can easily give it to everyone. Okay? Yes? So this is how they were successful in destroying our culture. Okay? They are completely successful. The British has done a systematic programming that they change our attire, they change our attitude, they make us believe that celebrating Fool's Day is the greatest thing. Okay? Yes? And our food and lifestyle. Okay? Yes. Now, 600 years, Mughals did the destruction. 150 years, the British did the destruction. Within 50 years, whatever they left out, so much destruction they did, few was left out. Our media has done the rest of things very nicely. Okay? Please listen to this carefully. Because this is even now existing. British left, Mughals left. Even though this is existing. Okay? Please listen carefully. You would have seen, watched this movie serial? Anybody? Okay. Oh, I will go. Please don't watch it anymore. Okay. Yes. See, at the age of 11 itself, Krishna left Vrindavan, went to Mathura. In the serial, even at the age of 25, Krishna and Radha are still in Vrindavan, and Kamsa will send demons to kill only Krishna. He never sent demons to kill Radharani. Okay? In this movie or serial, they portray that Radharani, the demons will come and kill Radharani, and Krishna will save her, and they get into romance. And when the kids see, no, what they think is, oh, romance is all about the maximum thing enjoyment. Actually, no, the love between Radha and Krishna is the highest spiritual thing. The love is like, to give a simple analogy, when a newborn baby is born, right? When a newborn baby is born, the mother will have so much affection for the baby. Even though she doesn't have speech, she doesn't have a proper consciousness or the proper so much health issues, she wakes up and feeds the baby. Every 2 hours she has to feed the baby. This is the love newborn baby and the mother has. That is just 1% of the love which Radha and Krishna have. It is not the love which we all have, don't have love, we have lust only. Okay? We are attracted to the skin. Okay? Wherein the Radha and Krishna, the pure love which the newborn baby and mother has. Okay? When they portray like this, what do people think that, oh, love and having a girlfriend is the most important thing. One day my mentor was taking a class for the teenage boys. Okay? So he was telling that, we should try to avoid mixing with the opposite gender, keep the interaction minimum because it's very important, like that he told. And one boy came to him and crying. And Prabhuji was asking, what is the problem? Prabhuji, मेरा class में सबको girlfriend है, मुझे नहीं है. Okay? Whereas, like my class, everyone is a girlfriend, I don't have a girlfriend. Look at the culture media has made it. If you see any movie, what is there? Max, love only is there. If you don't love, your life is nothing. Correct? Look, media is destroying our Vedic culture. Yes? I don't want to read this, but it is very valid. It is published during date was there. Somewhere around February 2016 on this one. Durga Puja is the most controversial festival where the dark skinned demon Mahishasura was lured into this by Durga was like that is mentioned. Okay? So it is like very pathetically they are mentioning. Now, if they do any such derogatory comments against other religion, that day so they'll be killed. Okay? We Hindus are the fools, most fool people, they allow all this nonsense to go. Okay? We all would have loud and clap for this movie, correct? Yes? This movie, you know? Indian movie, yes? There, he shows the Ganesha idol. Oh, you make the Ganesha, that means you are God like that. That is the movie. I don't want to play and get it. Okay? I'll explain all these things. Okay? Because I'll go to the next one. So I will discuss this. So one thing portrays what you are taking milk and pouring water, sorry, milk into Lord. What will Lord will not drink? Okay, that is the point. I'll tell you this very important. Please hear this carefully. Next 5 minutes, very, very important. Most of the religious conversions happens through this argument. Okay, when I read one movie came from class story, many such stories are there. In that, the first argument they give is you're going to worshipping a stone. Does a stone know what you want? So you're putting flower. Does the stone take all these things? Okay. First thing is they shake our faith. So they feel that since they don't know the philosophy, oh, they are right. How will the stone will respond? That is what they think. Please listen to this carefully. So tomorrow, if you tell you're worshipping, you're doing Diwali puja, and if you tell your son and daughter that you also worship, and if he asks, why should I worship? Then you tell, no, my father told me I will follow, I have to follow. Now I am telling you, you have to follow this. Get lost. That's what they will say. Okay? Please listen to this carefully. Why are you worshiping this? There are 5 authentic ways wherein we can carve deities. Okay? That is picture, clay, mud, stone, wood. These are the 5 authentic ways. And when we carve it in a stone, we cannot take any stone here and carve it. Okay? When we made a deity for Mayapur Narasimhadev, it took almost 1 year, 6 months to find a stone. What is the rules for finding a stone? Is that stone should be a living stone. The indication for the living stone is a specific bug will eat the stone, and from that, the Stapati will identify that, oh, this is the living stone, this can be used for deity carving. Okay? And by the way, every ritual what we do today, we will be covering in the advanced session. Okay? As I told you, since all of you are there, I repeat again, our sessions are not ending in the next session. Level 2 will continue. It will go for another 15 to 20 sessions, depends on your availability. Okay? There, in that level 2 session, I will cover why we are showing Dhoop, why we are showing Arati, why we are blowing notion, why we are offering water, why are we offering the chamar. Everything I will explain. Okay? Why are we doing Kirtan? Why is the Katha? Everything I will explain. Okay? When you do that only, you can explain your kid why you celebrate Diwali in this one. Otherwise, they will tell, like, I had one colleague, she was a Brahmin by birth. Her sons has to do Sandhyavandan. That guy told who the hell in this world will do now. Like that he told. They are not able to explain why he has to be done. Okay? If you don't remember our rituals, This is what will happen. Okay, so that session I'll cover everything, but right now I'll cover this refutation for this movie. Okay, so Mayapur version there. It took 6 months to find a living stone wherein they could find a proper living stone. After finding the living stone, that Thapati will keep the stone and he will come and see and go. 6 months he has not carved the deity itself. Usually Thapati will start carving, no, the stone is available, he should start carving. He didn't carve. Then the person who gave the order was furious. Hey, 6 months it is idle only, what are you doing? Here and there, few pieces they remove, that's it, few extra marker. Then the Thapati told, please listen this carefully. Hey, it's not like painting. I have to sit and meditate on the form of the Lord in the stone. And when I meditate, it will manifest in the stone. When it manifests only, I can start carving. Until it manifests a different part by part, whatever the extra stones I remove, then when they manifest, I will draw and then carving will start. This is how the stones will done. Now, after carving the stone, they cover the eyes of the stone. Okay, they don't allow it because when the eyes are given, immediately painting will appear in the stone. Okay, so he closed the carving and then we do a ceremony called Netro. Whenever a new deity is installed, Netro will be done. Now, this deity he has installed, and he has not installed, means he has completed, he covered the floor and he went for a marriage function nearby. Okay, that day it was raining everywhere. And then the neighbor phoned him and told, your factory is on fire like that. And everywhere it is raining, your factory is all on fire like that, they were telling. When he came and saw, entire place was having rain. This place of fire was there. Because the deity is already manifested, he don't want to become wet by the rain. So he has given the fire and that it is entire place was burning. Okay? Then he called the order giver, oh, your deity has manifested already. I cannot keep it any longer. Please come and take immediately. That is how Mayapur Darshan Devi has come. This is how deities are. Tell me now what they score. Okay? When your kids ask, please tell this. It's very important. Is it clear? Yes. And when they make these movies, no, they will tell, why are you spending so much money in the temples? We can give it to feed the poor. So many people we can do like that. Now I'll tell you one thing, two arguments I'll give for this. The first argument is, they make the movies and they make 800 crores, 200 crores to 800 crores profit. Have you seen they donated to anything for that movie? But they give an advice, oh, why are you building so many temples? Why are you wasting money like that? That's the first thing. Second thing, one day, one reporter asked one of our senior devotees, Swamiji, there are so many problems in this world. Water pollution is there, air pollution is there, corruption is there, so many poverty is there, so many things are there. You Islam people are building temples and temples. What are you doing for these pollutions, corruptions, like that he asked. Then this devotee gave an amazing answer. Whatever you have said is correct. Along with that, one more corruption or pollution is there, which is mind pollution. Okay? If this mind pollution is removed, corruption is removed, all other pollutions can be removed easily. Isn't it? Yes? Your corruption, air pollution, water pollution, everything can be removed. Because mind is corrupted, people are exploiting. That is the reason we build temple. Temple in Sanskrit or Hindi is called Mandir. Man means mind, there means a place to clean the mind. Okay? That's the reason when we go to temple, we feel calm, peace. Why? We feel the effect of the spiritual vibration immensely. That's the reason the mandir is very important to keep the mind safe. So this is one of the best hospital for mind. Okay? Yes? Yeah. Yes. So this is what they have done, and they have systematically killed our very scriptures. Okay? So even now this media effect is there, be very careful. Now, yes, one second. Yeah. So they have the volunteer study is called. Yes. So even after so much brainwashing, so much damaging done by everyone, like Mughals, British, and media people, and whatever left out also become powder and powder. in spite of that, there are people who have trust in Bhagavad Gita and who wants to understand Bhagavad Gita. So a big round of applause for all of you. I'm very happy that in spite of so much things, see, if you want to know how good you are, stand outside this temple, okay? Send Bhagavad Gita, okay? How many of you ready to come near to yourself, you see? Okay? They will think you that you are untouchable. They will run away from you. Okay? That is how people are in this case. Okay? You all have an interest in that itself is a very, very great thing. Now, you all are having interest. Now look at the volunteers. They are selflessly calling you and they have understood they want to spread this knowledge to all of them. They also deserve all of us. Yes. So retrieve the last treasure or else we are ready to get destroyed. I'll tell you, lots of things are happening in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Since I don't know how many of you know, since I'm in Islam, I'm getting so much updates. There, the temples have thousands of small deities in their home. Okay? In their not home, temples. Why these so many deities are there? Because they are forced to convert. If you do a small mistake also, they will use this as a loophole. If you convert, they will not punish you. Otherwise, they will punish you. Okay? Even in Saudi Arabia. If you do a small mistake, death penalty. If you convert, no death penalty. That is how it is. Okay? So now in order to some people get converted, in order to prove their loyalty, they will ask you to step on the deity which they are worshipping. Like Radha and Krishna, we have to step on them. So before that, they will come and give it to the deities to them, and then please worship now onwards we cannot worship. Okay? This is how so many things are happening. That is happening in Pakistan and Bangladesh. Soon, already two states are already going in that direction only. Soon it can happen here also if we are not alert. Okay? So this is what is very, very, very important. Now, as we did last session, we will do a small exercise of group discussion. As I told in the last session, Shravana is hearing. It has 1x benefit. When we do the remembrance, what we have discussed today, it becomes 100x benefit. It becomes in our mind. Then next comes Nididhyasa, contemplation and discussion. When we do that, we get 10,000 times benefit. Now I request a small activity from all of you. Then we will discuss the conclusion. How? Okay, what is the activities? The Prabhuji's two groups, the chat group 1 and sitting group 1. Mother is also 3 groups, chat group 1 or 2, and then here also 1 or 2. First, sit in a circle, introduce yourself, and then discuss what are the challenges we faced during the Mughal and British period based on the discussion what we had, what we can do today. Okay? Please tell. It need not be great effort. It need not be great effort. Whatever you can think of, whatever one drop which you can do, please discuss. By the way, my entire class is not to mend inside anger against any other religion. It is not my intention. My intention is to make ourselves understand. Because we ourselves don't know what is the meaning of Archavigraha. We also don't know why we are offering lamb and this food. My class purpose is meant to educate you why we are doing all this big scripture and why we should have faith in Vedas. Is that clear? It is not this one. Because we don't have faith in Vedas, they could destroy us very easily. Okay? That if you build it, nobody can destroy us. That is sufficient. That is sufficient. Okay? So please discuss what we need to do this one. Okay? So please sit in a circle, please form a circle. So all this can be okay, I'll form one more group. Balaji. Then both of you should come together.
What the session you all like? We will discuss about this topic first. I don't know all of your names. So, first tell your name and then what are you want. Can you come a little close? Yes, come. Her name is
Last 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay. Please give distribute please. Okay, everyone, please turn back. Please turn back. We can discuss for another 1 hour also. Yeah. But I am only listening. Lastly, everyone, Balaji. Please come back here. Okay. Hare Krishna, please come back, please. Okay. So, did you all like the discussion? You want to say Hariko. Please remember this terminology. Okay. Yes. So, in our group discussion, very wonderful point here. Okay. One wonderful point, first point came is that first is we should be knowing, then only we can educate others. First thing we also don't know. Correct? That is the first thing. When you came to today's session, only you came got to know so many things are very scripture hand. Okay? I will tell you one more glory of Sanskrit. Okay? This is this video carefully. I will come back and आपने संस्कृत शब्द सुना होगा क्या है संस्कृत इफेक्ट के बारे में इंग्लिश में डॉक्टर बाबू आज संस्कृत की बहुत सारे one, it is very fast. I cannot do anything. But I will give some don't worry. Okay?
जब वो संस्कृत का अध्ययन कर रहे थे उन्हें ऐसा लगा कि शायद ब्रेन के कुछ हिस्सों का साइज बढ़ जाता है, मेमोरी इंक्रीज हो जाती है, संस्कृत को जारी करते हैं। अपनी स्पिरिचुअलिटी को जानने के लिए उन्होंने यूनिवर्सिटी में ट्रेनिंग की अपने टीचर्स के साथ और इंटरव्यू डॉक्टर्स के साथ। लेकर 42 वॉलंटियर्स को एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया जिसमें से 21 बच्चे 22 साल के हाईली क्वालिफाइड संस्कृत पंडित थे जिन्होंने 7-7 घंटे फुल टाइम संस्कृत का अध्ययन किया और दूसरे 21 बच्चों का बैच किया जो नॉर्मल कॉलेज आए। जब उन्होंने बच्चों के ग्रेड एमआरआई किया था, जो हैरान हो गए जो बच्चे संस्कृत का उच्चारण करते थे उनके ग्रेड जो शॉर्ट टर्म और लॉन्ग टर्म मेमोरी के लिए बनाते हैं उसका साइंस कॉलेज जाने वाले बच्चों के कंपैरिजन में बढ़ गया। इतना ही मतलब कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी डेवलप हो गया था और फिर मैं कहता था न्यूरल सेल्स के होते हैं। आपको ऐसे डे वाले बच्चों को इमोशंस पे कंट्रोल, जुबान पे कंट्रोल, अकेले मिलने के लिए कंट्रोल होती है। इसी सबको देखते हुए डॉक्टर जेम्स फ्रांसिस ने इसको नाम दिया था संस्कृत है। संस्कृत के मंत्र को पढ़ते हो या सुनते हो तो बताएगा आपको और शेयर करो सभी को। आपने संस्कृत शब्द सुना?
So this one more video is there. There is a very lengthy video. So there's a scientist called, there's one scientist, he's coined the term called Sanskrit effort. The students who are studying Sanskrit, their brain memory, which is responsible for short-term and long-term memory, that has grown to a higher stage. And a lot of gray area which doesn't grow much, also grow very nicely. The students who studied Sanskrit, the 21 students who have not studied are like not like. So, and what is the effect? They are able to decide better, their emotional stability, everything was best. Okay? And if you see, those days, the Gurukul system or Gurukul system, that they make sure that they don't know our kids, they don't teach them how to cook, how to do. But in Gurukul, the kids only have to do the cooking also, assist the everything, cleaning everything. Nowadays, if they ask your kids, hey, they don't do it at all. If you ask them to do any help, first thing is, you only do it once. That is what you get. Because, but Sanskrit, the Gurukul system, they teach you the values first, then the education comes. Right now, they are letting only education, there is no value. That is why so many crimes are happening. And all the politicians or the bigger post people, since they are most educated, they are looking perfectly without getting caught. Yes, this is the problem. Yes, we are not creating values. And one of the nice group discussion came in the school, one of the newer school that this is happening like that. They are teaching as an optional subject through which we are getting to know something. So they are all suggesting that we can make it as a mandatory in the school so that the children will be educated properly. Right? This is another suggestion came. Any other suggestion came? Anyone would like to highlight? Then I have two more suggestions. With that, I will finish the class. Yes. One very important thing which I want you to do. Okay, so one very important thing which is I would like to share, I already shared with you, the Israel culture. Okay, 1921 they decided that let us form a new country called Israel. From 21 onwards, 1921 to 1949, whichever country they were in Europe, they were in America, they made sure that whatever school they study, when they come back home, they taught them Hebrew, their root language. And with that root language, they could form a country in 1949. When recent one Canada happened, October 7, 2023, so many people were willing to fight for the country. So many people assembled to join, to come back to country and fight. And so much people was there in the hospital to donate blood. Nowadays, in office circle mail, we circulate a mail for blood donation, hardly one cause. But look at the root is strong, the culture is strong, the unity is strong. Because they are united, they are able to move the entire world there. Literally, they are moving the entire world. Yes? But since we are not united, right, that is the saddest part in our part. Okay? Now, one great thing which you can all do. First thing from the solution, 3 tips only I'll tell you. Summary if you want to make yourself sincere in these classes. If you are not sincere in these classes, you will not learn. If you don't learn, see, if I ask you all individually interview I take, tell me 4 reads. How many of you can tell? 4 reads and everything. Okay, very few, right? Not everyone, right? Why? Because we are not regular. When we are regular only we will be able to do. After 1 month, if you ask the same question, you will not be with them because you are not regular. Be regular here. That is first and foremost important. When we are regular only, see, simple. When we are like goods will be kept in fire, right? If one wood, if you take it out, no, soon the wood will douse. It will not hold the fire that much. But together, many woods are firing, it will hold the fire nicely. So if you go home and detach, not attending this session, your fire will come down. If you are with the fire, your fire will be there. Of course, if you are traveling to native emergency, it's okay. But if you are at home, please prioritize. If you are in Bangalore, please prioritize. Number one. I have seen people, they alter their hometown trip. They make sure that they go on Friday night and then they return on Sunday morning so that they can attend here. Okay? They don't stay till Saturday and Sunday. They come on here. I know families who does like that. Okay? They make sure that they do. Or whenever they visit, they keep it very minimal and then they come back here. Okay? This is one thing which you can do. Make sure you are sincere at the beginning. Second thing, make sure your practice is also sincere. If you practice only, you can educate your case. आप भी नहीं करेंगे, why are you asking me to do it? Okay? We all cannot live more than 100 years. Our children are the future generation, right? See, we are not going to face these problems now. Our children is going to face. Okay? So if you want to make them capable of facing it, you should practice. Then you can be able to tell. Okay? If you don't practice, then you can आप ही नहीं करेंगे, why are you asking me to do it? Okay? Second thing. Third thing. Preach this. Third thing is, don't be shy about coming here and things like that. Why we are shy? Because we feel it is inferior. Oh, I am going to Gita course. If you tell outsiders, what outsiders will think like that only course. You should properly tell them, I am going to Gita course, I am educating myself, I am seeing the transformation. Look at the confidence. Or other way, oh, if you tell, they will mock me, so I should not better not be there. Okay? Then your culture will destroy you. Okay, that's number two. Number three, what I would like is do something called book distribution. Okay, all of you got through book distribution. We distribute the books to you and we got them. We also want you to distribute some books from you. You have easily 30 to 50 people in your contact. Some friends are there, relatives are there, colleagues are there, apartment mates are there. Right? Yes? So, entire year you take. Okay? Entire year you have. Now March till December. Okay? How many of you can distribute 20 Bhagavad Gitas to your friends and relatives? How many of you can do that? Guys, Joseph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Very good. Thank you so much. Okay. In an afternoon, then next level will come. Okay. I will come down to 10. You want me to come to 10? Okay. 10 people. 1 year time you have. Yeah, 1 year time. How many of you can do 10? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 20 is already included. Don't raise the hand again. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, I have spoken for so much time. Please help me. How many of you can do 5? Okay? Okay. I should come to next to 2. I ignore the Kannada. You can't find one person. Okay? So, please purchase the books. Even if it is a see, you have birthday parties, birthday gifts to be given. We give us some toys. Within 1 month, the toys will get lost. They don't do anything useful to the children. Rather, you give Krishna a book. Lot of stories and pictures are there. When they read the book, their life becomes transformed like this. Okay? So please give a valuable gift. That's why our gift shop name is matchless gift. Matchless gift. You can never match any gift. Okay? That is the problem. Okay? Yes. Thank you all so much. Please purchase the books. If you want more books, we will provide you. If you can't sell, don't worry. You can keep. If you want to give it back to us also, no problem. Okay? Don't feel shy. Yes. So last announcement. So we would like to thank following donors. We have Kanchana Murali Heritage Council. She has donated for her daughter's Charlie's birthday, and last week we have Pooja Mataji and Lata Mataji and then Seema Mataji. They have donated the sponsored prasad for all of you. So let's all thank them by chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's so we have Dr. Veena Mataji and then two more devotees in Balavan. They helped us to purchase flowers and fruits. They also did a great seva. Some people, Chandrasekhar Prabhu and Shivashankar Prabhu, they have come early to assist us and set up. Let's all thank them by chanting one time again Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. So, this is just 8th session. We have a level 2 session also. Please remove your misconception. The next session is the last session. No. Level 2 will continue. We will dive deeper and deeper. What you got is just 1 inch depth of a ocean. Just 1 inch only you got. So much nectar you are getting. And we are going to go to 2nd inch in the level. That's it. Okay. And after getting into 2nd inch, then you know that real nectar. Okay, then I will suggest all of you, please come early or stay morning late, do the service. When you do the service, your progress, your realization will go to next whole level. Okay, and next session topic, we all saw how to revive in a little way. We go deep dive into how to revive this daily culture. Okay, that is what we are going to see. How we can systematically implement this in a next session we will see. Okay. So in the WhatsApp group, we are putting a Prabhupada short video followed by a quiz, and we have every day morning Japa session, and we have a reading session on every Friday 10 a.m. So please join and take benefit. These are all done so that your spiritual fires get light. That is our wisdom. Okay? Yes. So now, any questions? Anybody has any questions?
What was the last?
This one. I will try to get it once. Last week I tried to get it. So we will play a Prabhupada video every day morning we are putting a Prabhupada video. So chanting with Prabhupada is very, very powerful because Prabhupada, as I told in the last session, Prabhupada directly take dictation from Krishna. When he wrote this book, Bhagavad Gita, Assemblies and Bhagavatam, he doesn't translate. He hears the dictation from Krishna within and then writes. Okay? Such a pure devotee who was in direct connection with Krishna, when he chants, that along his voice will be so powerful and powerful. So when we chant along with it, it will be very good. I will try today with the try because the speed is slightly different than Adi chant. So that disrupts the sequence. That's the reason that we see if it doesn't work, we will continue. But in Japa session, every day we are playing that, you can join them. Nice question. Any other question? Any questions? Yes,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I want to know why we don't use our index finger when we pray, when we use a finger.
very nice question. So, this index finger is used to point at others. Okay? So, people say, no, when you point one finger to others, 3 fingers are pointing to you. Okay? Yes. As a joke considered, many of the times this index finger is used for fault and things like that. So, it's not a contaminated finger. That's the reason we should avoid it. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned about the stone which the ladies are making. How you talk about living stone? How do they find what is exactly a living stone?
Very nice question. So that's what I explained in that session. So living stone means where deity can appear, the stone is qualified enough to receive the deity. You cannot put anything anywhere. Okay? Because when there is there in the temple, it has to reciprocate with everyone who comes. Okay, so that is the first and foremost qualification for the stone, that it should be a specific stone meant for taking path. Okay, that is number one. Number two is there is a specific bug which will go and eat the stone. They will eat the stone. So that is the stone, that means it's a living stone. And then when they tap it, some in Sari Gama Pada music, some sound, rhythmic sound should come. That is the indication is good. More details I don't know. Stabat is no better, but this is the basic details. There are some features a stone should have. Is it clear? Is it answer? Anybody? Okay, if no questions, I am available. You can always ask me during the rest of that. Let's get into chanting. Okay. How many of you chanted one day? So one point came in the Prabhuji's discussion is what we do, children do not follow. What is the solution? Correct? No? So this if teenage is there, they will tell the same thing. They will also tell the same thing. And till the age of 5 to till 10, 12, we can force them to come here. So one important thing they also very wonderfully got. One is the leading by example. When we do only people will follow. That's number one. Number two is when they go to college, when they go to college or when they go to work and things like that, when they face problem in the outside world, they will even think, hey, I'm facing problem. What my father, mother would have done during that time. That is what they will do. Okay? At that time, if you are not practiced, okay, or when there is a problem, you went to movies, mall, and things like that, they will also go to movies, mall. But when there is a problem, you are sitting and chanting. You are focused on devotional service. Okay? There is a problem. My father was doing this, let me also do this. I'll tell you, my father used to take me something like 30 temples in a year, famous temples. 30 temples in a year. Okay? And I know some of the prayers by heart, which is like 30 pages course, 30, 40 pages course. I know some of the prayers by heart. So when those things are there, when I got into difficult problem, when I approached him, he gave the same solution and I could easily accept it. Because I was seeing my father doing it. Now when they face the problem, they call you, Beta, please sit and chant, please attend, read Bhagavad Gita. I never seen you doing this, why are you advising me? Okay? So if you practice only, you will be able to advise and then make them follow. Is that clear? Is it correct? So, then get into chanting now. Before chanting, I want to tell you, how many of you chanted every day one round Hare Krishna Mantra? Okay, very good, very nice, very nice. New hands are raised, I'm very happy. Okay, yes. So, please listen, this chanting activity is not an ordinary activity. One story I will tell, then we will start chanting. Okay? There was one devotee called Arjuna Acharya. Okay? He was reading Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, and if I remember it wrong, 34th shloka. Anyasthaya Prama, Indiranagar Bhashate, Nityasthana Yoga Shema Maha. Okay? There, Krishna tells that if my devotee is chanting, I will give what they want. I will make sure that if there is something, I will provide them like that. You are reading the sloka translation. Then, actually, this devotee, this Brahmana was very, very poor. Poor means they don't have even rice dal to cook next time. That's it. So poor. He was thinking, hey, what is this? I am chanting his name already. I am a good devotee of Lord Krishna. If this has to be true, it is not happening in my life. I am very poor. So something is wrong in this shloka. Maybe the meaning is not correct or the shloka is not proper. So he took a red pen and marked on it. Okay, in the Bhagavad Gita. And he went to take bath. Immediately, two personalities came. One was black, one was white. Okay? They came with a truckload of groceries, rice, salt, so many things for lunch together. They came and gave to his wife. And then his wife was very happy. Who are you? Why are you giving this grocery? Oh, your husband Arjunacharya. Here is disciples. He has sent me to give all this truckload of groceries to you like that. Then this lady was very happy. Thank you so much. Okay, I will cook for you. Please come and sit that you will also have the prasad like that she told. Then these two boys told, no, 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 your husband is very strict. We cannot stay here any longer like that. Is it so? My husband is so strict. Your husband is so strict. He has beaten us in the backside like that they show. There is a black, thick, red color mark in their backside. Okay? It is none other than Krishna and Balaram. Because he has put a red mark in the Bhagavad Gita, same mark was there in Krishna and Balaram. Okay? Now, this lady becomes furious. Okay, they said that we cannot stay any longer, we'll go. The husband is so blessed. Already he has beaten us very badly, we cannot stay. Then, the husband comes in. Okay, you know what will happen. Okay, so the wife was, what kind of devotee you are? You have beaten such an innocent people like that. So innocent boys, you have beaten them left and right. What is this like that? I don't have any disciples. Who are they? Who has come like that? Then she gave a description, one was blackish, one was whitish. Then this devotee Arjunacharya said, oh, maybe you are so fortunate, you took a sakshat darshan of Krishna and Balaram. Like that she told. And he told. And then he realized, I tried the letter in Bhagavad Gita, because of that there is a mark in the Krishna and Balaram, because of that has happened. Then he thought, okay, my thinking is wrong, really Krishna will provide what is needed for me. Once moment he understood the red mark went. Okay, the moral or the punchline of this is Krishna and Bhagavad Gita or Krishna or his name Krishna are not different. Okay, when you put a mark on Bhagavad Gita, Krishna got a line is back. Okay, when we chant Krishna and Krishna is same, Krishna is easily accessed in our tongue. Okay, when we chant and hear Krishna, it is as good as we are meditating on Krishna. Okay, please understand we are doing the highest activities the yogis are doing in Himalayas. This chanting is not an ordinary thing. So I request everyone, but we cannot go to Himalayas and do yoga. One day, 2 days, very nice Prabhuji. After that, we will come back. We cannot stay there. Okay? But same meditation we are doing at home and same Krishna which is personally appear for them is accessible to you. Okay? So please don't think this is an imposition or this is not people don't have any job, this white and white people has no other job, like that don't think. We are giving the highest realization of Krishna to you by Hare Krishna. Are you all ready? Yes? Can you repeat after me? See the screen and repeat after me. Kritayamyayato Vishnum Ekayam Yatato Makare Dvapare Pacharyayam Kalodat Hari Kirtana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Iti Shodashakam Nam Kali Kalmashanashanam Natat Pato Paya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. This 16 syllables will combat the evil effects of Kali Yuga. Next session we are going to see what future Kali Yuga is going to be. You will be amazed and you will be mindful to hear that also. Okay? Yes, please close your eyes. Okay, please repeat this and then close your eyes. Then Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Nivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please close your eyes and sit in a better posture so that you can focus and concentrate more. Just think that next 10 minutes is my exclusive appointment with Krishna. I have nothing else to do. I came all the way from my home just to be in with Krishna and Bhagavad Gita, nothing else. Please tell your mind that I don't have to do any other job now than chanting and hearing the mantra. Okay? Together, one voice, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.